Hi, hello everyone. We're just gonna because thank you so much for finding the team, but also for the quick change up. We had due to our meeting link, but I saw that a couple of you guys have already found the right link. I would just suggest we're gonna wait a couple more minutes, just until 35, then we'll give it a start, so that we give the rest a couple of minutes to be able to join. All right. Let's give it a start. Thank you so much, guys, for joining our introduction webinar to DoorBird. I'm really delighted that you all could make the time and that you were given that I was given the opportunity to present a bit about DoorBird in front of you guys. Just to everybody, I've seen a couple of names which I'm familiar with, but to everybody who doesn't know me, my name is Zenon Kos. I'm responsible for international partnerships at DoorBird, overseeing the EMEA region. And yeah, I'm delighted that to see some names, of course, as I mentioned before, who I've talked to before, but also new people who are interested in our product. Today, I'm going to give you a quick overview about some facts and figures about DoorBird, give you a basic introduction towards our product, about the functionalities, our DoorBird app, what features we have. Of course, obviously very interesting for most of you as well, the applications and integration possibilities. Then we will also talk about our differentiational indoor stations, and of course the accessoires which comes with DoorBird. I've said a couple of things regarding myself already. Let's talk a bit about who's DoorBird, what does DoorBird do. We are a global brand. We have been acquired in the year 2022 by Assa Abloy. We have three worldwide offices. Those offices are located in Berlin, where I'm sitting now at the moment as well, with quite all right weather today. Hopefully, or wherever you are sitting at the moment, the weather is hopefully nice too. Our headquarter, as mentioned, is located here, but also our production site. So we are a completely German-based manufacturer. We have two more offices located in the US. We have a San Francisco office as well as a Jacksonville office. So basically, this gives us the possibility to support our clients, our partners, nearly in every time zone of the world. We are now counting round about more than 130 employees, steadily growing organically every year. A bit about how everything started. So DoorBird got founded 2014 by Dr. Bernd Müller and Sascha Keller. Sascha Keller, our CEO, remains the CEO to today as well. And the ground idea was to imagine if somebody rings at your doorbell. And what happens if somebody rings at your doorbell, but you are not at home? Basic functionality of an IP video intercom, but still the starting ground of DoorBird back in the day. With a DoorBird, you will never miss a visitor again. As seen here as well, you have the possibility to get a notification, but we'll get towards that later as well. Furthermore, you can monitor your door completely remotely at any time given. I love this picture as well because I've know that I've seen a couple names from our friends from South Africa and our partners from South Africa. So greetings to them as well. And I saw the picture and I always think, yeah, this looks like a lovely picture from South Africa. So wherever you are, you can remotely open the door. Very important as well, which differentiates us toward a lot of other companies. Each door button or doorbell has the opportunity to connect up to 8 smartphones and tablets. So with our basic function of an intercom with one call button, you can connect up to 8 smartphones and tablets. Hereby with our multi-tenant possibilities as well, that would mean a simple calculation of 1,000 users, which is the maximum. So you would have the possibility to add up to 8,000 devices. Just for everybody who's not seen our app, this is the DoorBird app. You can see we have here the push notification function. You have the live video feed. You have the possibility to have 2 main buttons. On the left side, you have the possibility to open the door. On the right side, you are able to hear and speak with the people you are wanting to interact with. Also in the middle, you have your visitors history, as well on the right side, there are the settings for the administrator or the user. Our app is completely free and available in the App Store as well as the Google Play Store. Interesting as well, especially for all of our partners who are in the segment of multi-tenant and multi-tenant residences. We have the possibility to not only configure the DoorBird via the opportunity to configure the DoorBird via our app, but we also have a web admin, which gives you the possibility to completely remotely get onto the device and basically do everything you can possible to use schedules, PIN codes, RFID functions, residence directory. So even if you are located, let's say 2, 3, 4 hours away from the site, you can easily remotely change and control everything regarding the DoorBird remotely. Another benefit, which I think as well is nowadays, it's the simplicity about DoorBird as well. So we are very easily compliable over power supply via an adapter or PoE, power over Ethernet. Also still the possibility, of course, of a network connection via network cable, or with the models where we will go through later as well, with the possibility of which models you have. Mainly the D11 model, and you have the possibility to even connect it via Wi-Fi, which also gives you an opportunity and a possibility to have a very easy and simple setup. So for everyone who has set up a DoorBird before, they know it's a easily thing. It's done within, let's say, in under 5 minutes. So here also we have a great possibility towards other competitors in the market. Let's talk a bit about our features as well. Of course, we have the properties and possibilities, access controls, our weatherproofness, the live video and motion sensor, but let's dive into that. Into our models. So our smallest in terms of size is the D11 with one call button as seen in the picture. It has the benefit of having a 80 dB camera with an ultra wide angle hemispheric lens and around about 180 degrees field of view. Very important as well is a night vision aspect with inferred LEDs. So not only during the day you will have a great picture, but also through night you're able to see who's in front of your door. Furthermore, of course, we have the possibility of the speaker. It's a large broadband speaker. Then you see the microphone envisioned is as well the light sensor, which gives you also the night vision mode. You have also here the invisible screw connection, so you don't even see the screws after the installation, as well as motion sensor and call button with backlight nameplate. Also, this we will talk about individualization and also the possibilities you even have in terms of the call buttons. With the D11 series, it's very important. It is Wi-Fi. Whenever you see also on our website or when you look at our devices, the D11 series is in every way it is designed is Wi-Fi capable, which brings us towards our D21 series. It's a little bit older. It's a bit wider in terms of its proportions. So it's giving a bit because when you want to have a, let's say, house which you want to have a more representative size, then definitely the D21 is your go-to model for sure. Hereby, to not name everything again, but what's important or what's the main differentiation between, let's say, if we jump back to the D11, which has the Wi-Fi capability, the D21 has no Wi-Fi capability. That comes from its sheer mass, which is how it's built. Also, what's the main differentiation? The D21 series has an RFID reader, and everything goes for every model, meaning the whole D21 series will have a RFID reader. Let's come to our latest product. Our latest product is the D31. Hereby, we have the same camera specs as the D11, also the ultra wide angle hemispheric lens with 180 degrees. So this is very important because what I see on the market as well, you see standards of 120, 150 degrees of angles, but 180 degrees gives you a wide spectrum to see whoever is approaching the door or whoever is coming close towards the door. Here also the possibility you have a 7-touch display, which is customizable. I will go and talk about that later a bit as well. We have a keypad, RFID, Bluetooth, and even QR code reader. I will talk about those functions in detail in a bit as well. But to just quickly revise it, because I think this is really important as well for everyone. So we have 3 series, the D11, D21, and D31. Let's talk a bit about some functionalities DoorBird offers for sure. I think one of the main features as well, which is supportive and great, especially for every usage, is the individual action schedules, and they are also remotely configurable via the app. What does that mean? Fairly easy. If you have, for example, a visitor and you have a PIN code or RFID chip, you can freely configure those devices towards a certain time frame. So meaning if I have my good friend coming over and I want to give him access, let's say between 6 o'clock in the evening to 10 o'clock in the evening, then I can basically give him in our settings, I can give him access towards that. I will give him access towards this time frame, and within this time frame, he can enter via the PIN code while I relax on maybe the couch, and I've already started watching the latest sport event which was ongoing, and I don't even have to bother for him to go to the door because he can just enter it. We have two individually configurable bistable switching relays in DoorBirds with the D21 and D31. We will look about a bit about the technical aspects later as well, but you have an RJ45 jack as well for easy connection towards the network. I think also what you want and what you need, in my opinion, for a really, really good and solid working intercom, you want noise reduction and echo cancellation. Hereby, we have the standards of AEC and ANR, because I think it's very, very important that you obviously, especially even on busy streets or if you're located in busy areas where there's a lot of traffic around, you still want to hear the person you've spoken to fairly clearly and fairly well. As mentioned before, for example, what we had as well was our RFID reader. This is also remotely configurable via the app, as mentioned as well for the timetables before. Certain of our devices have a keypad module, and optional, as mentioned, we have a display. Those two devices we'll talk about as well, especially for the people of you who are in the multi-tenant sector. Very important as well. I think a great feature of which DoorBird offers is the 4D motion sensor with 4D technology. It's configurable in meters and intervals. So, for example, if you have a busy street and you don't want that your device is triggered the whole time and you got a notification because you know there's people passing by on the street, for example, you can set the distance a lot shorter so that you actually only get a picture, or in Cloud Recording Pro, a video of somebody who's actually approaching the door, not somebody who's just passing by the door. Also very interesting is the remote control for front door gates and garage doors. So also here you have the opportunity. Towards our standards, I think this is also where DoorBird stands out, because we have the possibility, and our industry standard is IP65. We are frost and heat proof. Especially our devices can withstand temperatures from -20 to up to 65 degrees. That's very important because we work, and I saw a couple of names in our call today as well, who come from the Middle East, and especially in those regions, of course, we talk about massive high temperatures. And but we can proudly say that in countries such as Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, we have no problems with our devices in enormous heat as well. Also very important, especially I've seen we've got a couple colleagues here from the UK, and I know there can be quite intense water, and I know that there can be quite intense rain as well, from my own experience as well. So also here we have a very high water and rain resistant. What does that mean? It's always a bit hard to say, but I always, when I first started at DoorBird working as well, our head of competence always says, you can do whatever with DoorBird, just don't go swimming with it. So it is fairly water and rain resistant. Also, I think a very, very important and interesting topic, especially for a lot of people who utilize our applications and integrations with DoorBird. Obviously, you can just use smartphones and tablets over iOS or Android and connect them. As mentioned before, for every call button, up to 8 devices. We have a browser HTML5 widget. So you have the possibility, for example, in commercial buildings, that you can basically get the DoorBird picture up on your laptop or your computer for a secretary position, or if you don't want to have somebody in the beginning sitting there, they can even remotely open the door via their laptop. Zip telephones, I know it depends on the countries and areas where you're from, but also still great combinations to combine DoorBird with. I think most of you are looking into the smart home systems because, let's be honest, this is where the magic really happens and where DoorBird shines, of course, because we have all over 90 integrations worldwide. Um, Also, the possibility, which I always say we have in the background as well, is our open API, which generally opens and enables integrations into third-party systems. Um, as mentioned before, how zip phone connection, just to name a couple, of course, Starface, Yale Link, Fritz in Germany, still a very very large name. I think back if I look back a couple of years, I think everybody had a Fritz phone, so still here a great partner of ours, and Grandstream. Also here, classical zip phone over peer-to-peer connection, or PBX for multiple analog or zip phones. I've just also had the experience the other day to had a look at zip phones as well, and they really work brilliantly in combination with DoorBird. So if you have any questions into projects like this, for example, as well, just drop me an email or drop me a message. I'm more than happy to assist you also there in terms of complex settings. We really are always trying to find solutions, all around solutions. Obviously, the people who've worked with us for a while know we are probably, or we are the leading company in terms of integrations. So I've seen a couple names raising up. So obviously we have from South Africa used a lot. And England Control 4, Crest and Home nearly used all over the world. In Germany, we have latestly upgraded, maybe interesting for our partners in Germany, the Netherlands, or everything close to by is Homematic. Um, Basically, KNX connections, of course, one of our most used integrations, Loxone as well, Gira, or what I hear more and more, Home Assistant, also used for people who want to really deep dive into certain topics and areas. Um, of course, we also have the possibility to integrate with video security systems. This quick questions get asked quite often as well, especially for commercial or multi-tenant residences. Here as well, probably names which are common as Synology, Hikvision, or UNV. Um, Towards smart locks as well, we have, of course, due to our now, let's say, close relationship with Assa Abloy, we have integrated every Yale lock. That is very interesting. We've done a lot of nice projects all over the world with Yale locks as an entrance and then using and utilizing DoorBird. Here, the integrations are super easily done and for everybody. Furthermore, access control as well as mentioned the connection to Assa Abloy, but here also Accenture and Kisi. But probably always depending on your areas where you're from, probably in terms of smart locks, TD or Nuki is also going to be an interesting name. Let's talk a bit about the connection possibilities, of course. Connection possibilities over PoE, the button for the door opener as well as the door chain. Um, Now we look at, again in deep dive into the how does the possibilities of the technical aspects of the individual devices look like, of the D21, the D11, and D31. As mentioned before, now we look at as the D21 from a side angle. So how about the installation? You see we have an RJ45 jack for Ethernet and PoE. We have the door opener, we have the door opening buttons, as well as the power supply unit if you don't have the possibilities to basically control it other ways. What differentiates this towards the D11? Here, basically the same functionalities and the same possibilities, just no RJ45 injector. Here you have also the door opener, the door opening buttons, as well as the power supply. A bit more possibilities with our latest model, the D31. You also have the door opener. You have also a VGUNT interface. I know that's very important in certain areas of operations from you guys. as well as, of course, a power supply, also the module connection, and Ethernet over PoE, also here with an RJ45 as well. Let's talk a bit about the IP video door stations, what possibilities we have, because I think this is the most important thing for you, because you not only always have the application of having one call button in a single family house. No, we have different possibilities, different options, and clients obviously are nowadays, they want everything also as much as possibly individualized, but also have a range of possibilities. Hereby, just always I say to the partners as well, and who know DoorBird a bit longer, we always have the D is a DoorBird, 11 is always the series, so 11, 21, 31. And then the next numbers, 01 just stands for one call button now. So if we would have here as well, D2101, V stands for vertical. Here we have the H for horizontal and a K before, because it has a keypad as well. To look at that as well, we have always the possibility to add in the D11, D21, and D31. We have the possibilities in the D11 and D21 always to add a keypad or a fingerprint, as well as to utilize the configurator, which I will talk a bit about later as well, because I think that's where also the magic of DoorBird usually happens. Here, as mentioned before, this is how a D1101 with fingerprint would look like. Here, D21 with fingerprint. And here also a possibility of ICI. So for everybody who doesn't know ICI, ICI is also a fingerprint where we already have an integration with, where you just can put the ICI in if this is a requirement, because we see it sometimes of requirements in certain tenders. Maybe something to jump back to as well, because it's very important. All of our models are available in surface mount and flash mount. Hereby also very interesting, the D11 series always comes already with a surface or flash mount back box. The D21 and D31, the back box has to be ordered separately. It's on the website as well, but I always say that because it's very important that it doesn't get forgotten about. Furthermore, now we get into the spheres of multi-tenant residences. To remember as well, the D11 model only has up to two call buttons. So it is really meant for single family or double family homes. When we want to have more call buttons, we have to look at the D21 model. So standard in the shop, the largest we have standard is the D2118, so for 18 call buttons. But we can configure it with call buttons. I think the latest I've heard, which is possible, is over 100 call buttons, which can be put on a plate. Yes, I always say, please don't do that. Please utilize the possibilities of devices we have, such as the D21DKV, where we look at the possibility to add up to 500 users, or the D31, which I will talk about as well in a second, up to 1,000 users. A couple of more opportunities and possibilities we have. We see here, for example, a D1102 with a fingerprint, but also here D21 DKH with a keypad and for multi-tenants. Here you can see there can be a name registers of up to 500 people. As mentioned and teaser before, it is our flagship product. And I say it is basically what I always try to say. It is everything what DoorBird offers. It is the design component is amazing, as well as the feature possibilities. It is for multifamily, it is for commercial or multi-purpose buildings, but I've also heard a lot of people who even use it for large villa projects as their front door, because it just compensates design and technology, what we stand for. Here as well, it comes in surface and flash mounting. It is remotely configurable as well, and every customization opportunities, as I've talked about before as well, are possible. To just go a bit deeper into it, how does it look like? You can basically individualize already a lot within the D31. So you can use the logo, you can individualize the title, you can even change it if the logos or titles are changing. You can individualize the background, you can upload your logo, your background pictures, and you even have two free configurable tiles. Also here the option to add, for example, a reception so that you have a direct link towards an entry reception. Here, use it for, let's say, larger projects in the possibility of hotels, hospitalities. Um, Really, I always say it's a very, very beautiful project with a lot of beautiful functions. Of course, you have also the door pin on virtual key. Also, hereby with the D31, it has a QR code scanner. So you can use go to the administration, go to the settings, and then basically send out a QR code, hold the QR code in front of the device, and open the door. So it doesn't really get much more easy than that to basically invite somebody for a certain time frame. So the D31 in terms of accessories are PIN code, it has RFID, it has the Bluetooth function and possibility, as mentioned, the QR code. It has an integrated RFID and QR code reader, a virtual keypad. You have a 4D motion sensor as well, and a well-documented API. So you can even utilize the open API to, if you approach me for certain larger size projects where you have an idea where you want to even expand MN90 integrations, please also be free, and we can talk about that if the project size is obviously going into the right direction. Also here you can see you can even individually create logos for the residentials. This is now in the name registry. So even here, individualization and possibilities towards that is there. Let's come to one of the magical things about DoorBird. It's because yes, stainless steel looks good, but I think this is where every client as funny as it sounds, it is a door opener. But we have over 60 colors, standard colors available. We have over 10 finishes available. Here I like architectural bronze, stainless steel, maybe an interesting position also, a quick overview to graphite black raven polar, especially the people who are located in the Middle East or in warmer territories in the world are going to question me now and are like, how can we use a black color? Doesn't it heat up? Does the device not get destroyed? No, we found an actual black color which gets a special coating which is heat absorbing. So it actually absorbs the heat, and therefore we can use a very, very dark black, which is pretty cool if you think about that you can have a black device in the middle of Kuwait, for example. Here, just a couple of pictures how DoorBird looks like on, let's say, outside and how it really comes towards shining. I think also very, very important. We have a department of two people here who don't do anything else other than customizations. So if you have a client who wants to have their house number individualized in their font, which they need, or a line of the street with the house number on top, or if the idea as crazy as it is, approach me, we'll find a solution for it. Because I think this is really important because I know how demanding clients can be, but you really have a partner with DoorBird where we can say, yes, we are in, I would say 98, 99% of the chances we are able to do it. Hereby as well, the important thing, we have a 3D configurator of our website, so please check out our website later as well. There you can play a bit around. You can see a bit, you can start individualizing it a bit yourself. You can even see how far you can come. And then you can message our guys from the customized team who are more than happy to help you then to finish up your ideas and your designs. Hereby also interesting, can basically also choose colors and fonts which are not on our website. So also here we find solutions. So if there's a company which has a certain color which they're utilizing all through their buildings, we're more than able to help you with it. Also, an interesting possibility, depending on the utilization of yourself. Maybe I've got a couple of door manufacturers in the call right now, or I'm not sure, but also here the possibilities you can get and the engineering editions of DoorBird, the D2100E. So this is how also DoorBird looks like without its beautiful front plate, and the D11E. So also here, if you need, let's say, a individualized, for example, door, we have partners who are more than happy to help you with, or just letterboxes. We have standard letterboxes also in our shop. We even have individualized letterboxes, which we can talk about also again with the customization team then. And we even have partners for very, very large letterboxes. If you need any advice or assistance with that, also here we are more than happy to help you and find solutions towards that. I think in a lot of projects, interesting, especially when we look at starting from single family homes, but also in the multi-tenant aspect, is to have access control systems. We differentiate between two access control systems. It's the A1121 and the A1122. So they always come with an RFID reader. They are all Wi-Fi capable, and they either come with a keypad or with a fingerprint. So basically, they are a standalone gadget as well. So you don't in necessity, you don't even have to get a DoorBird. You can also just get the access control device. But obviously, they are both then controllable over the app as well. So hereby, let's say, typical use case would be multi-res or larger house or larger villa, and you want to have a beautiful doorbell in the entrance, but through the back door, you want to have another access. Thereby, you can just drop an access control system, which can be then used over the keypad or the fingerprint or the RFID reader. So if you just want to leave the house with your phone and with your PIN code in mind, then you're always able to still get back inside. Our indoor stations we have in two different colors. So we have the A1101 in either white or in black. It has a touch display with card keys for commonly used functions. A door opener, you can see the history, the visitor history. You can basically find every tone you want to with more than 50 doorbell sounds. So also here, I think everybody will be happy once they have found their right tone. It's used in home and building automation, also configurable via the DoorBird app worldwide. So it will be a periphery device under a DoorBird. It supports also Wi-Fi and Ethernet/PoE. Here looks a little look on the side how it looks like. It has a lot of possibilities. Obviously, the Ethernet PoE on the left to connect it with. Then you have the story call options, and it has quite a few additional components. I know that a couple of projects, when I saw a couple of names of you before, we've even used elevator controls. So also here, it is really easy to utilize all the possibilities DoorBird has. Also, one of our latest devices, it's a standalone device as well. It's our IP video mini dome camera, the A1131. Why did DoorBird went also into the possibility to get a mini dome? And actually, it is used quite a lot because we have often the side of that you have the DoorBird installed at the door, and sometimes the location of the entrance is somewhere else though. So you want to be able to see if let's say your package delivery person is coming with 3 packages, and hopefully he's not leaving with 4 packages. So you're still able to see that he's dropped them off and not took any away. Um, so also to prevent dead angles. It has a 2 megapixel camera, so very, very high quality. Can be used, as mentioned before, as a standalone gadget. Also has a Wi-Fi component feature, which has to be addedly bought, but possible. There's no limitations as well, by the way, in the amount of video mini domes utilized. Also, they are pairable with an indoor station as well. So also here, the whole link is possible. Let's talk a bit about the accessories and other devices DoorBird offers. As mentioned before, the A11, 21, and 22, so our access control devices. Then we also have for, let's say, if you want to have different stories and you don't want an indoor station because you are somebody who just utilizes the app anyway, but you still want to be made aware if somebody rings the door. Outside your phone, you will have a door chime. The door chime has a front door and story call option. It also works online as well as offline and has an unlimited range. It's also, as all devices of ours, configurable worldwide via our app. Furthermore, we have the A1051, the internet firewall. It is very effective protection against network attacks from the outside and inside. Has easily installation configuration. It is used also mainly for commercial buildings. So if you have commercial buildings which are, let's say, they want to have an extra protection layer, I would always suggest that you get the A1051 so that you are protected from it. A1081, our door controller, very, very important. More and more people tell me that this is a necessity in projects, especially project-based, but also in individual family homes, because you want to have something which is tamper-proof. It obviously also gives you the opportunity to have more relays and configurable relays and door opening possibilities. Furthermore, very interesting for all of you who are in the field of sector of renovation. So the A1071, the 2-wire Ethernet PoE converter, it allows you to transfer the network data and power with a simple 2-wire classical bus cable over long distances. What do we mean by long distances? Up to 80 meters, maximum of 5 times back to back. So also here, let's say you have an old, I will not name a competitor now, but if you have an old door station and you want to upgrade it finally, here you can have the possibility, instead of having to lay wires for the Cat5, Cat8 cables, you can just use the 2-wire Ethernet cable until you are at your router. Furthermore, the A1093, the gigabit high PoE injector, utilized also for all of our devices. Then an upgrade from the door controller is a bit like the smart door controller, the D410. It has the possibility to, if you don't have any possibility to utilize cabling, hereby you can just use a SIM card and then be able to control the door. Also, if a possibility of a table stand for the indoor station, if you don't want to have it wall mounted or on the wall, more than able to put it on a table stand for the indoor station. Let's do a little bit of a wrap up, because I've hurt myself for quite a while as well now. So it's been a lot of facts, a lot of things. So please, I'm also aware of the intensity of just having 45 minutes towards an hour. More than happy to answer all your individual questions as well afterwards, as well as in emails after. Contact me regarding your projects. But let's just wrap it up in terms of what are the key facts about DoorBird, so that you take that home. It's easy, planned, and installed. It has and offers unlimited scalability. You have no device dependency. You have always the accessibility anytime, anywhere. You have the basic fact of remote configuration. You have many integrations with third-party systems. APIs, and over 50 surfaces and colors. And I can really say this is something where DoorBird really shines out. We are the company which can find a solution for every of your problems and every design you want to achieve. Freely configurable in the 3D configurator, please go towards that as well. And we are an award-winning design manufacturer. We are a made in Germany product, and we are still manufactured in Berlin. And I think this is exactly what we stand for. Also, I think also here we bring great transparency. Not only if you're already a registered partner with us, or if you're planning on becoming a registered partner, on our website, always for free, are all manuals, all data sheets, installation videos. The technical support is available for everyone. Also, when you are a registered partner, you've got a bit of different times regarding that, so you have more opportunities to talk to them. But also, still, we are a company which still offers direct technical support via phone as well, not only email. I think this is a great fact still for today. All integration manuals and drivers are also for free, not with an extra charge, available on our website. And then we have the reseller portal where you can buy directly our devices with your given discounts. Thank you. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much for joining me today as well. This is a start. I want to especially give you the opportunity not to only ask questions, but also I really want to prolong this webinars in the future. We started with a basic introduction today, and we really want to deep dive into your local integration possibilities as well. Please drop me some emails as well, what you want to hear next. If you want to talk, hear anything specific about an integration, so we can prepare something in that direction. If you want to bring something into projects where you have a possibility, give me a solution for when we work on a project on a multi-tenant resident, or also here, all the opportunities are endless, but I'm more than happy to do that with you guys. So thank you very much. Please, Cora.
We have a few questions in the chat. Maybe you can answer them.
Right, sure. Let me see if I see the first ones. It's such a shame that my Dutch, my Netherlands, my colleague from the Netherlands is not there. Oh, he did it in English as well. Just about the app, what happens to the data on the back? Okay, we'll text you directly with the answer. The slides, Cora, they will be shared, I reckon, or the live feed.
Yes, we can do that.
Okay, that would be perfect. So yes, you will get the slides. Does the door opener come with the D11, D21, D31 series? Yes. Does LAN PO connector module comes with the D11 series? No, you have to buy it individually. Then how does my friend get the QR code? How do I send it to WhatsApp or email? So when you log in as an administrator in the app, you find the positioning of a QR code, and then you just click on share QR code, and then it asks you in what format you want to share, meaning it's either a PDF or it's a via email. And you can even share directly over WhatsApp. So we talk about 30 seconds to depending on how quick your fingers are. When will the access control system be integrated into the same web interfaces as the door phone? Yeah. We are working on a web admin upgrade. As soon as we have an updated version, which hopefully will be coming out soon from what I heard, I will obviously inform you all directly. Can you show me what the door opener looks like? It's like a lot. Yeah, we can set up an individual meeting where we can talk about your project as well, Hector. More than happy to do that. Then I can show you obviously a couple of pictures as well. Regarding integrations, particularly with Control 4, will the possibility to manage users and pins like logs within Control app be added? The developers say it's an API limitation currently. I have to get back to you with that, to be honest, as we are the manufacturer. I don't know what exactly Control 4 offers as well in terms of their future updates, but we'll keep you in the loop because we are usually in contact with them. Right. How is it installed in the door? Yeah, Hector, we do a appointment towards that. We can talk about your project as well, individualized. Any further questions? Cora, did you?
No, I didn't receive anything else.
All right. Sounds good. I would just say we're slowly closing it now. I also see you, Alice. And Dayan, yes, let's do it. Let's do it like this. I see your names, and the team chats will not go. Because I will need a couple minutes to explain certain things, and I will obviously need a bit more time to get towards your individualized solutions. I will directly message you over your emails, and then we can get in contact, or write me also an email directly under my name. I'll just post it for you all in the chat, so you can always write me directly. And then we can make an individualized appointment. I think that's the easiest. Thank you very much. And I'm looking forward for your emails and your feedback. Thank you very much. All right. Have a great day.